Hello everyone, we are going to be covering Bughouse World Championship match in the open section. Gonna advertise on a few Discord servers. So the match is not yet started yet. One of the teams is warming up and we're watching them warm up, but both of their opponents are online, so I assume the match will start quite soon. The match is the Champion 18 and BigSplat2018 versus MobilityBundle and AndrewHoy. This is an open section match. AndrewHoy could have qualified for the under 2000 section, it looks like, but he entered, I guess, with a partner, and his partner is over 2000, so they're in the open section. Hey, 4Player Chess, thanks for watching. He says, good luck, high five, players. But by the way, the knight wasn't necessary here. Could have played queen check, rook takes, smothered mate. But this works too. Okay, I imagine that the match will start quite soon since all 4 players are online. So in the open section, they play with a 2-minute time control. Yeah, here we have the first game of the match. 2-minute time control, and it is the first to 9 wins with a win by 2 condition. So the Champion 18 is 300 points higher rated. Oh, we have, I guess that first game was an abort. The Champion 18 is making sure his partner BigSplat2008 is around, because he did not make a move there. So it's interesting that both teams we see some rate-in discrepancies. So we see a high-rated partner and a lower-rated partner. Like a big rating discrepancy. So AndrewHoy is about 500 points lower than MobilityBundle, and BigSplat 2018 is about 600 points lower than the Champion 18. But that said, both of the players on the Champion 18's team are higher rated than their opponents opposite them on the board. So we see some solid openings. MobilityBundle getting his King's Bishop out. Oh, we see a sack from BigSplat18. And that sack is going to immediately be followed by winning the piece back due to this pin that he's exploited. Now he's going to save his bishop. On the MobilityBundle board, the Champion 18 probably wants a pawn for d7. I would imagine the other idea could have been to put something on d8 to threaten promotion, disconnecting the rook. AndrewHoy doing a decent job defending. He probably wants like a pawn for g2 to fill the hole, but he's going to keep moving since he doesn't have anything like that. His partner is getting in some trouble here. Like, this is very scary. He'd even sack the rook, although this bishop does guard for now. The b4 bishop. MobilityBundle is sacking a little bit to get an attack. Knight actually guards. Ooh, this bishop is no longer guarding. So this is going to be pretty rough. And indeed, a rook could be taken, or a queen. So yeah, this is game over. So the Champion 18 wins the first game. Our score is now 1-0. Wait, what's going on? Oh, sorry. Score's now 1-0. The abort is actually included in the chess.com match score, so I have to remember to deduct 1 each time. This is the same sort of opening we saw before on the AndrewHoy's BigSplat board. And previously, BigSplat tried to attack this castled king. I imagine he'll keep trying to get in on the light squares. He can take that since it's... Ooh, that, I don't like that, just hangs a bishop. But I guess he's attacking. Okay, now he's taking. This could take that, but then this becomes... F7 becomes very weak. Blocker would be good for AndrewHoy. He's just bringing the rook back. I don't like that. I think he should have waited for that blocker. This queen's being chased around. Also, we're threatening like a free pawn. Taking the free pawn. I think he can take this pawn. Then if he did, a bishop would be quite good for AndrewHoy. Oh, he does have the bishop. Probably too dangerous to take the pawn now. You can win the queen with pawn check. Queen takes, pawn takes. Winning the queen seems reasonable. Don't like that. Should have just won the queen. Now you probably want to just take this. It loses a piece, but at least you get some scary things off the board. Maybe stick in, maybe pawn check actually. Pawn check, try to draw the queen away, and then pin it. It's a possibility. You might see a queen sack here, especially if he gets a knight. MobilityBundle doesn't have much of an attack. The Champion 18 has a fairly safe king, even though the king can't castle anymore. Still should be fine. Champion 18, this is a good move to disconnect the queen from this attacking vector. Taking the queen with check. Nicely done. Oh, can take this. Yeah, the Champion 18 doing a great job. We see why he is the 2300 here. You can just take this. Oh, okay, that works too. Queen in is possible. Oh, he's just going to take that. Okay. BigSplat has smothered mate. Champion 18 leaving nothing to chance. Just using the queen as a defensive piece. That's a free knight. Oh, that was mate. This was mate because this was covered. Okay, our score is now 2-0, favoring the Champion 18 in BigSplat 2018. Hey Cisco, thanks for watching, really appreciate it. Let me check the Discord again and see if anyone wants to co-commentate. I haven't seen anyone yet. We'll just be soloing this one probably. So, what's been happening on the AndrewHoy board is every game he gets some weaknesses around G2, and BigSplat just keeps attacking. We could just take this. Okay, now we can put something in. AndrewHoy has picked up some pieces. New knight in was good. That's mate, actually. Actually, queen here is mate. But yeah, AndrewHoy didn't defend quite accurately. Our score is now 3-0, favoring the Champion 18 in BigSplat 2018. By the way, this was kind of the predicted result, given the rating discrepancy between the teams. So AndrewHoy and MobilityBundle are doing okay for the first few moves, but eventually they make a mistake, and the higher rated team just pounces on that mistake. Yeah, this knight is fallen. Ooh, I would have taken with bishop. Okay, I guess pawn check knight out, and can win the queen, or can keep attacking. But a pawn is really good. The time situation is MobilityBundle is uptime. So Splat is going to have to make some moves. maybe get this queen involved, or get the rook involved, or just get this bishop involved. He's got to throw out some chess moves. This is a possibility. Take this pawn, go for the queen. Or we can get out here. That's a problem though. Okay, so he found this move. But no, instead of taking the queen first, he should have played queen h4. And then two pawns would have mated. Queen h4 is still a good move, just not quite as good as it used to be. Nope, he's second. Okay. So this is a weak pawn. Could play rook over, develop the bishop, or could keep attacking. Pawn check. Pawn check, and queen takes, I guess. Seems mate-ish. But there was mate on the other board. If the discrepancy rate is so large, would it make sense to give a handicap to lower rated team? Well, no, I mean this is a world championship tournament. I mean higher rated teams are expected to win, but we're not trying to make even matches. We're trying to determine who's the best. And queen trade is gonna mate. But Mobility Bundle is up time, so he's gonna sit before giving this queen. Give AndrewHoy a chance to defend. BigSplat could just move the queen. Probably over here to threaten the queen in. Like queen c4. Another option would be queen b4 to attack b7, although that does give up the mate threat. Okay, queen c4 is played. This time advantage is disappearing. We could just take this pawn. Trading queens is fine. And it's still mate. Queen here, king down, knight check, king over, queen takes is mate. And BigSplat is now up time. BigSplat isn't in any danger. Another possibility is knight out to threaten knight takes knight. That does give AndrewHoy a chance to defend, but they're crushing anyway. I guess a knight could be bad though, as after this we could have knight check, and then Mobility Bundle is on the attack. What? That was not the way to attack. Okay. He's in another queen to mate. This works. Excessive, but it works. That came down to the wire as far as time was concerned. The champion attack end. Mobility Bundle really needs to develop this bishop, give his king some luft. The champion is asking partner for trades. Still haven't developed this bishop. That's not good for him. So now diagonals are still quite good. You see another pawn in. Mobility Bundle is not going to live very long if he keeps playing like this. Knight back. That's the terrible move. Again, this is going to fall eventually. Just take this. Now our rook mates. This is, well, that he can just take this. That's just a hanging knight. Now some more diagonals would be helpful for the champion. Champion has sacked the queen to continue his attack. And still a rook mates. Still diagonals are good for him. Oh, there's mate now. The mobility bundle is going to get them on the board. The champion didn't take mobility's bundle's attack seriously enough. He had to switch to defense at some point. So in these types of openings, I don't like the early d4. I prefer something like knight c3 to contest this knight. So here again, BigSplat has sacked and then immediately gets the piece back. So it's not really a sack. Here he didn't continue with his attack, so it's not, this hasn't ended up as poorly as it has in the past. Actually, AndrewHoy is, well, I was going to say he was winning some stuff, but now it's kind of an even trade. Oh, I'd rather bring this knight back here. On the other board, the champion is attacking. And it looks like pawn plus rook wins. A rook alone is really good. Oh, winning back a knight. Sorry, winning back a bishop, and that helps defend at the same time. I like the bishop here better, as it would defend. Always good to attack and defend at the same time. I think you need to take this knight. Unless he's waiting for a rook of some sort. Oh, the queen? Does the queen come? No, he's downtime. It's not going to come. He took the wrong way. Because now a rook mates to the champion, and then the champion's up 3 seconds. Knight here would defend at least. AndrewHoy has a decent attack, though he would like diagonals. In the absence of diagonals, he could try to vacate. Okay, he could stick a knight in. Knight is making threats. Oh, the threats aren't taken seriously. This is mate, actually. Bishop back. Queen and mates too. So the score right now is 5-2, favoring the Champion 18 and BigSplat 2018. Allowing the sack isn't good. Gotta get the king's bishop out. Why do people not move their king's bishop? This has to move, or you don't have luft. He still hasn't moved his king's bishop. BigSplat attacking AndrewHoy. This knight right now is a friendly knight, but it's probably going to come out. Okay, I guess... don't really... Okay, well now if he gets the knight, that's pretty crushing. Knight check. I don't know why he didn't knight check, that was just mate. I mean, not mate of one, but mate was coming. Okay, he can win a queen, but his attack potentially going to fizzle. Now he's just given a lot of pieces away. Just to watch out for discovered attack now. In the meantime, mobility bundle. Queen is under attack. Maybe trade the queens, like pawnette, something like that. Or you could knight check. Oh, AndrewHoy has enough pieces. He should be made in. He should not have let go of initiative. That was not good at all. But knight takes, queen takes. Now it's time to attack. Yeah, that's mate. Okay, our score right now is, what is this? 5-3, favoring the champion 18. Again, check the discords. Still, no one wants to co-commentate. Okay. Big Splat again is winning a piece. Like he's won this knight. Why take the pawn when he can just take the knight? But okay, new bishop in. So the knight check doesn't work because it's covered. Rook over is a threat. Oh, now I'll just take this pawn. I don't like that move. I take the pawn and then put a new bishop in. And Big Splat has a great position. New bishop in. And that's mate. Why develop your minor pieces when you can have them act as ornaments? Yeah, well, when you don't develop your minor pieces, you're not giving your king luft, and more importantly, it's like having less pieces. Period. If your opponent is using pieces effectively and you are not, it's the same as being down pieces. We have someone who's joined us in the commentary booth. Looks like Scary Snakes. How are you doing, Scary Snakes?
Hey, what's up, Chuck? Looks like you've got quite the match on your hands here.
Yeah, this is turning out to be a pretty close match. Our score is now 6-3. There was one abort at the very beginning of the match, which is why the numbers don't quite add up if you're looking.
Oh, okay, I see.
So Big Splat is on the attack. I believe he's going to win some pieces here. Ooh, whoa. That I don't like. Yeah, these trades are
Oh, no,
benefiting
you can't
Andrew
give the
Hoy.
queen.
Not only that, I think MobilityBundle can just take this bishop. This is looking real good for the MobilityBundle team. Maybe just knight takes pawn, knight takes e3.
Oh, the big splat mated because you can't block on e7 because wait, no, the knight covers c5, so he's not mated. He's still holding on here.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and now that Andrew Hoy's in some trouble, oh, now he's in a lot of trouble. Gotta watch out for f2. Maybe throw a bishop in there. Oh, he's throwing more queens in. Okay. The champion
Oh, I
18
think
is in some trouble.
Andrew Hoy is gonna have to defend very accurately because if pawn at e2, you can't take this. Pawn at e2, if you okay, so rook d8 is also very sensible, and honestly, that looks like a game-winning move. Yeah, this rook at f2 for big splat, I assume must be mating.
MobilityBundle has definitely screwed up a mate. The big splat, like queen at d1 is a possibility. Okay, rook at d1. Ooh, moving up. That's adventurous. Yeah, he's made it now.
Yeah, you had to block that rook check. Almost always, if you're getting checked by a long moving piece
Whoa,
like a rook or a
hold on.
queen.
MobilityBundle won that game. Okay.
What?
that,
What?
that that was definitely a miscommunication.
They
But
were down 3 seconds. That didn't need to happen.
it did not need to happen. But in fairness, I mean, MobilityBundle, he missed a bunch of mates earlier. So, hey Dutchy, official match is just random people. It is an official match, Bughouse World Championship, we're still in the group stage. There's a bunch of different groups, and the groups are round robin, and the top few people from each group are going to progress to a single elimination bracket. So we're still in the group stage at this point. But this is an official tournament. These are official teams.
Big blunder from BigSplat out the gates here. He hung the queen, but more importantly, he lost the queen and his pawn on e5, which means he's lost the material and any chance he had at attacking.
Yeah, he's doing an okay job defending though. AndrewHoy needs to get pieces on the board.
Yeah, with proper coordination, this should be just completely winning for MobilityBundle and AndrewHoy. The champion's been sack-sitting out of the opening, but they're down a ton of time because he keeps sitting for pieces.
Yeah, although
So it's like
he does have a
takes-
pretty crushing attack though. Hard for MobilityBundle to hold on to this. Yeah, MobilityBundle is just dead, it looks like.
No, he's still holding on. I would have liked him to sit a little bit earlier. There's no reason to give them this initiative, but they're probably going to win on Andrew.
I mean,
Hoy's board.
queen takes knight would have been a possibility. Queen takes knight followed by rook takes pawn. But
Oh,
okay.
this looks dicey.
If by dicey do you mean mated? Yeah, queen takes rook. Gonna be queen takes rook, and then queen f2. Or sorry, queen f. Yeah, queen takes f1, then queen f2. Oh, new queen at f2. I mean.
That was poor coordination there. Either they needed to have Andrew sit earlier so that the champion didn't get enough pieces to make this attack work, or they needed MobilityBundle to sit before giving all the pieces for BigSplat to defend with.
Yeah, and AndrewHoy trying to fight the good fight and win this with a pre-move win, but they're just down too much time. BigSplat can sit. So the current score is 7-4, and because this is the open section, so it is the first to 9 games of the win by 2 condition. I hate the way Mobility player is playing this open. He's not moving his king's bishop. Triggers me every time I see that. And now he's like already dead.
I actually quite liked his position if he just sacked his queen there. MobilityBundle had already committed a piece that he sacrificed plus a pawn on f2 that he sacrificed plus the knight that you'd be taking on g4. That seemed like plenty of material in exchange for the queen. And you would have taken all of black's developed pieces, so... Even still, he should be fine. You have to sit
well, now, yeah, he needs to sit for something.
Oh, this is quite bad. Even after you get blocker, there's knight e5.
Knight e5, we can take it twice. There's 2 bishops on that battery.
Yep, I know how to count, I promise. Oh,
but yeah, if he doesn't get the blocker and just moves, then that's a free queen, which is going to mate AndrewHoy. So
yeah,
they really have to set.
Even if they do decide to move, BigSplat is forcing queen, which I think is going to make MobilityBundle even if he does get a blocker. You probably need a little bit more in addition to them. So they go ahead and move. And I think that we're going to see a queen g5 here. Yep, and he plays it. Some accurate defense,
you have to take it.
Maybe he can hold on.
Have to take it.
Oh, okay. Taking that bishop seemed incorrect, but
no, I think I like it. We're gonna get back to h1. H1 is the goal, and I believe. Oh, queen takes queen.
Well, we can just trade off.
Queen takes
you'll believe in this.
Okay, so now MobilityBundle should be looking to attack. Pawn check.
Completely changed this game around. They were losing on both boards, and now they're up all the material and safe.
Yeah. Okay. Bishop check. Bishop takes pawn is mate. Got him. Got him.
All right, some order has been restored because they definitely should have lost that game, but the game prior they definitely should have won. So
the score right now is 7-6, favoring. 7-5, favoring the Champion 18 and BigSplat 2018.
So
what?
Okay, this looks like an abort. Maybe AndrewHoy is having connection issues, or maybe need a sec.
They're saying it's 8-5. No, that is 7-5.
I haven't seen AndrewHoy say anything in the chat, so I'm guessing that he disconnected. Either that or he had to BRB and he told his partner. It's still showing
Yeah,
he's
I'm
online.
not sure what's going on with AndrewHoy. But I should mention, AndrewHoy has gone up a number of points this match. I mean, he started in the 1500s for sure. Now he's in the 1600s. The Champion 18 definitely started in the 2300s. I think there's been like a 50 to 70 point swing from these teams. Mobility Bundle says my interface is messed up. So the logical question is, what interface is he using? If it is play chess, then I pray for him and his family. Live is where you want to be. So I've been asked repeatedly to promote/play, and my response has been I will promote it when it works, which is
so never.
Not yet.
All right.
Unfortunately for us, live might cease to exist before there's a working alternative. So gonna have to deal with that in the future. Okay, bishop check. So now trades are quite good for BigSplat. Pawn check if he can get a knight for g5. He could just, I suppose he could just castle, but like, what's the time? Oh, he's down time. Yeah, he's not getting what he wants.
Yeah, so here AndrewHoy needs to try and get some trades for Mobility Bundle, because if Mobility Bundle ends up having to defend, it's going to be very, very difficult for him to find playable moves.
Yeah, makes sense for
So
Cover.
when you're in a position like this, as the person feeding, you have to keep moving. So Andrew can't afford to stop and think here, because your partner can't move. He has to sit for the trades. So your job is to continue moving, even if you don't get the trades right away.
Like
have a situation where both sitting.
2 pawns mates for Mobility Bundle, but okay, now like 1 pawn mates for Mobility Bundle, a pawn or a bishop. Can we mate with the 2 knights? Oh, we can mate with the 2 knights. Knight at, yeah, he found it.
I think you're still going to need a die, because after you promote to queen...
Knight takes pawn.
Oh, no, he has this move,
We got it.
Yeah, I was looking at king takes a7, queen a6. I think he might have needed another pawn, but he gained plenty of time there, so we're going to win it. Okay, so the current score is 7-6. Is that correct?
I believe so. Yeah, 7-6.
Okay. So I don't like what BigSplat and the champions have been getting out of their sack sitting openings. Like, it seems like the games that they've won off of this have been due to poor coordination, not because they've been attacking well. Like, almost all of these games, they're getting down like 5 to 6 seconds before they have enough to really justify their attack. Even here, you're going to win the queen, but now AndrewHoy should be completely safe. But they're sort of testing Mobility Bundle and Andrew, saying, are you going to sit at the right times? And for a lot of games in this match, the answer to that question has been no.
Yep, I completely agree. Are we taking this pawn? What's going on? I see a free pawn. Oh, we're just going to leave the free pawn. Okay. Actually, knight at c5 is a really good move here, because you're going to get a double check after that.
E6, yeah,
this works too. This is a different double check, but it still works. Now we can play queen e6. I would have liked the existing queen. This still works. Bishop check. Bishop check mates.
In one.
In one. Knight check also mates, just in less.
He's working real hard to make it not mate, but I think he's still
he's still found a mate. And what's the
6
time?
seconds. This is enough
He's
time for
down
my
some
bet.
time. Mobility Blunder is not going to be able to mate here, though.
Yeah, do or die time. There, I don't think that it was a lack of sitting at the right time. They were completely fine, but H5 was just way too ambitious for the defense.
Our
When you've
score
got a
is now 8-6. This is match point.
a must win for the champ. I'm sorry, for Mobility Blunder and AndrewHoy if they want to keep going. When you've got a queen or a rook lined up against your king, even if an enemy piece is in front of it, you really want to block off that line as soon as possible.
Yeah.
So Mobility Blunder sits for bishop. You want to go pawn and c7 ready and have it, so he uses a bishop, but this trade's going to favor the champion. He gets a bunch of material for the queens, and his king's on e7. It looks unsafe, but all the places where you could have entry points to check are covered.
Ooh, I
There's no
don't
knight e5.
I don't
There's no
like
knight
hanging
c5.
the bishop there. But it didn't even take the bishop. Why wouldn't we bring back the bishop? Why do
I
we
think
hate
he was worried
bishops?
about knight
So that we can bring
d5.
back the bishop now. We can defend. Come on, why? Why do we hate bishops?
Oh, nice use of the double pins there.
Knight takes pawn.
Yeah, I like taking
What?
with the knight. This check
What do we
doesn't do
do?
anything.
What? We're just giving
Well,
up
he's vacating the
pawns
b7
for nothing.
square. I guess he wants bishop at b7. Oh, he
Apparently
wanted to sacrifice a
not.
pawn before taking.
Okay.
Or
Let's
what's
get
happening on the other board here?
bishop at c3, I assume.
Oh, BigSplat's running out of material here. Yeah, this looks like one of those attacks that's just fizzling out. So here's another
Queen
position
takes
that's
g2.
completely winning.
Queen takes g2. Let's get in there.
Yeah, they need to be very careful. And right now, okay, they need to sit right now. Andrew needs to sit. Wait, no, I take that back. The champion's getting attacked. Forget everything that I said. Andrew needs to feed. I
Ooh, I
was
don't
thinking
like king
Mobility
up.
Bundle is one of
That
the-
well, he doesn't have a knight at least. Okay, take that. Let's take it
Yeah,
twice.
that just made some one. Oh, I mean, there's got to still be mate here, but he did
Yeah,
mismade him.
there's still mate.
Is there? Okay, pawn at d7. What about pawn at c7?
Okay,
Yeah, I
I
think
actually
pawn at
like that.
d7.
That's a good move. Because it's going to lead to mate. Oh, maybe not. Never
It did
mind.
lead to mate.
Back at the truck.
Yeah.
That was a bad move. I didn't look at the other board.
I think you could have gone
if
with the
it
same idea.
if it hadn't
Pawn on
mated
c7.
in one on the other board, it was a good move because mobility bundle was going to get mate. I don't like knight at e7 though. We should have played knight at d6, forces king over, rook over mates.
Yeah, for sure. I actually went away from this match thinking that Mobility Bundle and AndrewHoy played better than their opponents. However, they didn't coordinate as well as their opponents, which I guess is part of the playing. So I actually do think that their opponents played better. But in terms of move quality, they had more winning positions that they blew because they weren't sitting at the appropriate times.
Yeah, they kept having positions where they were up a ton of pieces. And they weren't able to convert those.
And time and getting safe kings, which like you're winning in every facet of the game at that point.
Yeah, they're confused in the chat. They thought it was up to 14 games, but that's only if you don't win by 2.
It's okay. It's not like they've been doing this for 5 whole weeks. There's no way they could have known how it works yet.
But this was an interesting match also because it was the open section, which normally you'd expect all the players to be over 2,000. But we have two teams that both include people under 2,000. I assume because they partnered manually and did not qualify for the under 2,000 section because one of the partners was over 2,000. Oh, Miss Fairy Queen says it's actually their first played match. So I guess they had buys earlier, or were able to, or were not able to. Did they forfeit in previous matches? Not able to find a good time.
I am not sure. I don't believe these players are in my group, but
I don't know. Hey, Mobility Blender, you guys played great. That's what we were just saying. This last game you had, if the queen hadn't mated your partner, if you'd had your partner sit like in one move, then you could have sacked the queen, and if he took back like he did, you had mate in 2. Not with the knight there, but if instead you put the knight on d6, king has to move to d8, and then rook d7 is mate.
Yeah, and also note, don't be afraid to sit proactively in the future. You guys had a lot of positions where you had all of the material in the board and extra time, and you were sort of waiting until you were getting in trouble to ask your partner to sit, or vice versa, for you to
Yeah,
sit.
and you guys seem to be typing in the chat here. I don't know if you're on voice call too, but we always encourage voice calls. It makes things so much easier if you're in a voice call.
Yeah.
Yeah, so whenever I trade queens, no matter what, I always, at the very least, glance over at the other board, and hopefully like inform my partner and say, can I give a queen? Which, sometimes costs me a few seconds, but I find usually that's the lesser evil than just assuming my partner is okay with a queen. Oh, hey, Andrew. It looks like Andrew's in here too. I assume Andrew Run is AndrewHoy. So AndrewHoy, you played much better than you're rated for sure. The Andrew, well, you guys can look at the VOD to see what we say. I guess part of my concern with AndrewHoy was BigSplat kept attacking you when you castled, and kept like pinning a knight and then dropping a pawn and winning the knight. So you have to watch out for that type of thing.
Who was it? It was MobilityBundle who got sacked on without developing his bishop, right?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, you took years off of Chuck's life.
Yeah.
I
So
could, I could
try to
feel
get
the
that king's bishop
desperation in
out as
his
soon as
voice.
possible. Yeah, mobility blunder. Um, the your opponent kept attacking you on the dark squares, and you kept not developing your king's bishop, which meant like a few pawns would mate you. Um, Much better to get your king's bishop out as soon as possible, which gives you luft for your king. And then if they sack on f2, you can take it, and if they check you again, you can just move back to f1. And having that luft square is really important for defense. If you have the f1 square, you can't be mated by just diagonals. They need like a queen to mate you. It's just so much safer. So try to get your king's bishop out as soon as possible.
Yeah, definitely at the very least. Ideally, for all of you newer players out there, please develop all of your pieces. Like I don't like going into the random pool and getting a partner who's like, I'm just going to wait for pieces from move two.
Yeah, they did,
Development's good in Buckhouse.
all 4 players did a fairly good job developing pieces in general. This game, we've covered some World Championship matches here where we're like 20 or 30 moves into the game, and White still hasn't developed like any of their existing pieces and are just like waiting for more pieces to drop. So that's what I don't recommend. It seems like you both are chess players and understand the importance of development in general. So that's good.
Oh yeah. Like these players, like you guys definitely actually did that. I was just making sure for all of the other players in chat that develop all of your pieces, please.
Yeah, Miss Fairy Queen is singling out Guilty King, who definitely does that sort of thing.
Oh, fair. You didn't have to do the greatest Bughouse player of all time like that, but Guilty King's
I
the only
should
one who's not allowed to not develop.
Another thing I should mention is some of the developers were listening on my stream here, and um, were heard me mention that play is a disaster, and they want to know what all these bugs are. So if any bugs that you guys encounter on /play, let me know, and I will relay them to the developers. So when I say bugs, as in like problems with Bughouse where the interface isn't working the way it should. Honestly, I haven't ventured into play in a while just because live works so much better. But I know some of you have been playing in play. So let me know anything that's wrong, and they'll try to fix that stuff. Touchy says the number of bugs is staggering. Last time I checked, that was true. And I'm willing to help test /play. So if if the developers wanna, uh, like I can pair up with someone, we can just play in the random pool and see what we encounter. I the, since live is deprecated, I feel bad whenever I find a bug in live because I know it doesn't really matter much anymore. It's gonna cease to exist. But
You'll still know.
yeah, like a bug in live that I found recently. I guess I can't replicate it right now, but when there's like a lot of games going on, if I go into the watch tab, the events tab, and scroll down, so I select variants and then I scroll down to like look at the games available. When I try to scroll up, it won't let me scroll all the way up. It'll just go like halfway up. But I
And
can't
that's all you
replicate
need,
that.
to be
I
honest.
can't replicate that right now because there's not that many games going on.
Yeah, I mean, don't be so greedy and try to see all of the games. Like
Oh, so
the
Dutchy is saying the biggest bug that he sees is partner pieces don't reset on the next game. What does that mean? So you're saying that you play a game, you play another game, and instead of your partner's board showing up with no pieces to drop, they have the pieces to drop from the last game? Is that what you're saying? If that's true, that would be pretty that's kind of amazing. Okay.
Is
I
it
will
just a
report that
visual
one.
bug or is it functional like the piece of exit? I mean, it's still bad even if it's just visual because as
Yeah.
players we need to be able to track what our partners have in hand.
Okay. Yeah, I should do some testing myself in play at some point. But I don't have my layout prepared for play, so it would kind of be off-stream stuff. Can't tell what your partner or opponent has. Okay.
Oh yeah, that's a problem.
Okay. So I don't think we have any more Bughouse World Championship matches today that I can see on the calendar. Um, so I think this match here was probably a holdover from week 4, and now we're into week 5. I see I, I see one match on Tuesday, one match on Wednesday, one match on Thursday, one match on Friday. So a lot of the matches still haven't been scheduled yet, but we'll try to cover some of these when we're available.
Yeah, I especially would love to see some of these 2 seed versus 3 seed matchups and really see who's going to be advancing from the groups.
Yeah, should be a lot of fun to watch. We don't have anything else to cover right now though, so I'm gonna end the stream. We're gonna look for someone to raid. If anyone has any suggestions, let me know. Hey
Yeah,
Genna,
thanks for
thanks
having
for
me on,
watching.
Chuck. Take care.
Yeah, take care. Mobility Blunder. Yeah. Thank you so much for giving us a fun match to cover. Um, yeah, you guys did great. Hope you can progress to the elimination bracket so we can see more of you. Um, so I'm going to scroll through, look for someone to raid. I don't see anyone playing variants. Ooh, King's Bishop is online. I think I should raid King's Bishop. Um, because of the time I usually stream, uh, I end up that he always ends up raiding me, and I never get to raid him. But I would like to raid him. Oh, wait. Hold on. Are you streaming right now? Let me check this out. Okay. URL was misspelled, but we'll fix it. Let me see if he's online right now. Looks like he may be live. So maybe we'll hold off on. Okay. So Heavy Pennies is doing some testing of Bughouse. So let me go ahead and raid him. So we're gonna get some more Bughouse for you. And Heavy Pennies is Josh. Who wait, what? There's a problem starting the raid. Okay. Let me Okay, I'm not sure what's going on. I'm gonna try to make this raid happen. Sometimes raids don't work for some reason. Okay, we're having some problems with the raid. I know at the very least I can host him. Let me shout him out first. Maybe we can get some people going over to his stream. So first of all, for me, if you haven't followed me yet, I'd appreciate a follow so you get notified of my future streams. I stream mostly Bughouse, which is this variant right here. We also stream some 4-player chess, Puzzle Rush, Puzzle Battle, and some other variety games. So even if I can't raid him, I think I can host him. He may have like raids disabled or something like that. Sometimes it just like screws up. Anyway, Heavy Pennies is Josh, who I believe is the head of engineering at chess.com. So he figures out what features to add and tries to make everything work. He's also a big fan of Bughouse. He's participated in the Bughouse World Championship in the under 2000 section. I don't believe this is a match. I think he's just I think he's just practicing right now and trying to find some bugs. But we're gonna rate him. Definitely drop him a follow. He's a great guy. He did an interview on so chess.com every 3 months or so has the state of chess.com, where Danny Wrench talks about the new features they've added and interviews some of the people involved with the website. And they interviewed Josh for maybe like a half an hour, and he talked about some of the new features they're rolling out, such as I think it's I'm trying to forget. I'm trying to think of what it's called. It's something like, it's not game review, but it's something that looks at like the analytics of all the games you've ever played, and it does like a breakdown of like all your games of white as black, all the times you've like hung a queen or won a queen and things like that. So it's a pretty cool set of features. Anyway, I don't think raid is going to work, so we're going to try doing a host. And maybe we can raid later for the people who don't go over. But I'm going to end stream.